Hi there, this is Michael Speaks with Realty Austin. I wanted to discuss with you in this video today where Lakeway is and also discuss a few specific key communities and neighborhoods that I think you might want to know about. Certainly we can, in moving forward, we can set up a customized search to your specific needs, but again, I wanted to give you just a general overview of where Lakeway is, and some key neighborhoods and communities within the Lakeway area, as well as the acclaimed Lake Travis Independent School District, which is an exemplary school district in the Austin area. What you're seeing on the video here is about a 50,000-foot view above Austin. You can see my mouse over here. This right down here in this area is Austin Bergstrom International. So if you're flying in, this is where you'll be flying in, okay? Now, once you fly in, whether you're staying downtown Austin or anywhere in Northwest Austin or even out in the Lakeway area, we also have hotel recommendations for you that, based on your price points that you want to stay within. Now, Lakeway is about 30 to 35 minutes out from downtown Austin. Let me actually use my circle tool. You can see my crosshairs here right above the S in the Austin, which represents downtown Austin. So when I drag this circle out, you'll see that my crosshairs are sitting right on top of the Bee Cave, which a lot of people consider is also part of the Lakeway area. Bee Cave is very small, but growing very, very quickly, especially with the Hill Country Galleria and outdoor mall or shopping area. That's where Whole Foods also built one of their stores recently, and so if Whole Foods is putting a store in there, they've definitely done their homework to determine projected growth. But where my circle ends, right about here, represents about a 30-minute radius. In terms of from downtown Austin. If you were to drive out there, it would take you about 30 minutes, roughly, plus or minus 5 minutes or so. Now, if you're in traffic, then you could probably add 10 to 15 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes heading out there. Now, if you're on a Saturday morning and you need to leave Lakeway and go to Austin Bergstrom International Airport, so you probably can get there in 20 to 25 minutes with no traffic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in to the Lakeway area. There's a couple of different ways you can actually get out to Lakeway. If you're coming from, I'm going to say everything as if you're starting from downtown Austin. You can, really the best way to get out there is from downtown Austin. You take Mopac Boulevard, or otherwise known as Loop 1, and actually go down to either Bee Cave Road. Bee Cave Road, you can see if I zoom in here, you can see Bee Cave Road actually intersects Mopac with my cursor here, and you go through Westlake, past Capital of Texas Highway or 360, and head further out. Also, by the way, Bee Cave Road is also known as 2244, but 2244 Bee Cave dead end into Highway 71, which is also this area, which is called the Hill Country Galleria, right here on top of where it says Bee Cave. So you can also get out there by taking Mopac down to Highway 71 and heading out 71 out towards Bee Cave and Lakeway. And there's a couple of other areas roads that you can take, like Southwest Parkway. But when you get out to Lakeway, there are a couple of areas, and again, we can set up a customized search for you. I invite you to get in contact with us to discuss some of the specifics about some of these neighborhoods. There is the older part of Lakeway, which, and again, these lines are going to be kind of a rough description of the boundaries of certain parts of Lakeway. But right here, this is really roughly the older part of Lakeway. This also includes the hills at Lakeway too. So again, this is really the older part of Lakeway. And what do I mean by the older part of Lakeway? Homes built in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And you can, in some cases, you can actually find some pretty good buys out here. Stacy and I have access. We are members of the Austin Luxury Network, and we have access to homes that are currently being offered for sale, but not on MLS, which is what you have access to. So again, this is really the more of the older Lakeway proper area. Now, there's a couple of other areas that I want to make mention of. You may have in your research seen an area called Rough Hollow. If you're interested in living pretty close to the to the water, and by the way, Lake Travis right now, as of today, March 1st, 2013, is sitting at about 45% full. So Lake Travis is this big body of water here is the third lake in the Highland Lakes chain. There are 7 lakes. And Lake Travis is the third lake, with Lake Austin being the second lake, right here divided by Mansfield Dam. And then downtown you have Lady Bird Lake, which is the first lake in the chain. But going back to Rough Hollow, again, this area right here is a rough, just a rough boundary for the Rough Hollow area. Home prices are going to start probably around the 350 to 375 mark on the low end, and they'll go well into the few millions. Now, there's also an area, if you're in, you can see here there's lots of golf courses around here. There's actually the Hills at Lakeway, which is a gated community within the older, more established part of Lakeway. Home prices are pretty decent. We've seen homes range from 350, 400,000 all the way up to just a little over $1 million. And of course, there are the few that also exceed well over $1 million too. But if you're looking for homes in the 4 to 700, 800,000 range, and you're interested in living in Lakeway within a gated community, that's certainly an area that we need to be looking in. But we can customize a specific search to your needs. Number of bedrooms, square footage, style, Mediterranean versus traditional, more contemporary. Again, this whole area here has all of those different types of styles. Now, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more here. There are a couple of golf course communities along this Highway 620 71 corridor. One is called Falcon Head, which is right here. Again, these are just rough lines. We can certainly get more accurate, more specific in terms of if you're interested in the Falcon Head area, then we could customize that to your specific needs. But this is Falcon Head Golf Club. Now there's also Falcon Head West, and you can access Falcon Head West either off of 71, Highway 71, or you can come around Highway 620 and go through Falcon Head proper and ultimately end up in Falcon Head West. You also have an area called Flint Rock. Let me point out where Flint Rock is. You also have an area called Flint Rock, and again, these are just rough guesstimate of rough lines on the boundaries of this, but you can see Flint Rock backs right up to the hills at Lakeway. And we can also inform you and tell you more about the different golf packages available if you live in Flint Rock or in the hills, or in Falcon Head Golf Club. There are a couple of other areas that are up and coming right now. One of those is a new area called Sweetwater. Sweetwater, which has about 6 or 7 home builders. It's kind of projected to be your future Steiner Ranch. So Sweetwater is right in this area right here, and if you live in there, of course, over the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to experience quite a bit of construction traffic because it's really on the front end of its development. Still a beautiful area, and if you're looking for homes in the 250, 200,000, 250 price range, all the way up to 600,000, 700,000, certainly we need to be looking in Sweetwater. There's also an area, a gated community, which has just fabulous homes called Belvedere. Belvedere is off of Hamilton Pool Road and is about a 10-minute drive to the Hill Country Galleria, which again is right here in this area. Hill Country Galleria, meaning it's an outdoor shopping mall, has several great stores, restaurants, Whole Foods, Best Buy. Again, just it's really great being located within 10 minutes of this. This is where you would do your grocery shopping. And keep in mind, all this is also in the Lake Travis Independent School District, which has all exemplary rated schools. Another area that is quite popular is also the Rocky Creek Ranch area, and so if you're interested in this area, it's not a gated community. There are two builders building in there right now, Dries and Highland Homes. So that's another great area if you're looking for a lot of house for your money. Now, Belvedere here is going to be beautiful 3/4 to acre lots, especially if you're looking for land and a gated community in the $850 to about $1.5 to $2 million range. Another area to focus on too, and it's one of our favorites, is the Spanish Oaks area, which is right here on the backside of the Hill Country Galleria. So if you can imagine, you're in a gated community, PGA golf course. Home prices in here typically start around $900 to $1 million. They certainly have some villas that go for less than that, but prices can go well up into the $4, $5, $6 million range. Beautiful, beautiful homes in here. Tuscan Mediterranean, some contemporary style, some Spanish style. So ask us more about that. In all of these areas we're discussing, we actually know all the different either the sales staff for a lot of these subdivisions, and we work closely with a lot of the agents in these areas, especially for homes being offered privately, not on MLS. So if you go down 620 from the Hill Country Galleria and you're heading north on 620, there are several little pockets along 620 here that I don't want to spend time in this video to discuss, but if you can reach out to us, we certainly can schedule a time to do what we call a virtual tour. I can share my computer screen and actually show you this map, and we can get more specific in terms of showing you the styles of homes in each area, as well as set up some customized searches for you so that we can automatically send you listings that match your criteria in specific neighborhoods. So for right now, I'm going to zoom back out. For right now, that pretty much discusses the Lakeway area. So there's also many areas heading out west on 71 in the Spicewood area. This is where Stacy and I specialize in. We specialize in Central Austin out through Westlake, into Bee Cave, Lakeway, and ultimately Spicewood, and several areas like Steiner Ranch. So if you are interested in discussing this further, and especially setting up a virtual tour, go ahead and give us a call at 512-699-0400, or send us an email. You can send an email to SpeaksTeam, SPICKES, team, TEAM. Again, that's SpeaksTeam, SP as in Paul, ICKES, team, TEAM, at realtyaustin.com. That's REALTYAUSTIN.com. So SpeaksTeam at realtyaustin.com. If you're getting this in an email, just respond to the email. So thank you so much. We look forward to hearing from and working with you. Have a great day.